Hey guys, Luke Scheckman here with Team Exos. I'm giving you another 5-minute mindset piece. Today what we're going to focus on, we are going to focus on focus, to be quite honest. And specifically how to stay grounded when we are transitioning. Because, when we're doing things in our daily life, one of the things that we want to do is that we want to, focus on things 100%. And when we transition to something else, we want to move from one element to another without leaving all that gray area in the middle. We focus on so many things during the day, whether it be, work, children, loved ones, significant others, pets, you name it. And the problem is that when we are trying to focus on more than one thing at a time, it can cause a lot of stress. And that stress carries over to the transition period between elements that you're focusing on. So you really want to create a distinct break when you are focusing on one thing, and then when you make the decision and you decide to focus on something else. You really want to go. You want to go through that process as close to 100% as you can. Because as I said before, if you are sort of focusing on something, but you're already moving over to the next element, but you know that you should still be focusing on, you get the point. And basically, that process can, cause stress in one's life and cause anxiety. So when we do this, there are 3 elements that you want to incorporate into the process. One would be a clearing element, one would be a grounding element, and finally there would be like an activation element, okay? To give you examples, there's lots of changes in focus throughout the day, but remember, we try and keep things simple in the beginning. So what I want to do, just to make things easy, let's talk about the focus at the end of the night, okay? I think that's something that we can all agree on, that transition from work to much deserved and much needed relaxation is extremely important. So, you're sitting at your computer and you're doing your work. And it is getting to that point in time where it's time to put it away. It's good for you, it's good for the people around you, it's good for general health to lay all of that work aside for the day and focus on recovery and relaxation, okay? So, a clearing method, element number 1, could be something, that clock strikes and maybe there's a washing motion on your head, on your face, kind of clearing yourself off for the day. Not that you got all dirty. I'm sure that you were, doing what you were supposed to do and work wasn't that bad, but you are swiping the remnants of the workday off of you. Clock strikes, whatever, strike. Just like this. So, the next portion would be the grounding portion. And that could be something like a clap or a stamp or a deep breath, a deep exhalation, a big stretch up to the ceiling, something that really makes you present in that moment. So there is a clearing. Clock strikes, scraping the remnants of the day off you, getting ready for bed and relaxation. Then there is a grounding. This makes you present right there in that moment. Clap, a bell ring, bong, something like that. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. You want to do something that places you right there so that you know what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to move on. The next would be an activation element, okay? And for me, what I would do is, turn music on. Okay, This is the piece, is the active piece that is going to signify it is time to relax. It is time to, start that process that brings us down for the day. Turn the music on. Maybe stand up, do a stretching routine. That's something that you could do. Maybe a relaxing walk around the block or something like that. Maybe it's just getting up, getting a glass of water, and taking a shower. Something like that. Some kind of action that really puts the stamp on the day. Now, this does get a little bit harder, if you are transitioning throughout the day. But like I said, we keep things simple in the beginning, and we try and give examples that make, this methodology or these ideas very clear to the listener. So, focus, staying in the present, but when it's time to transition, we want to clear, we want to ground ourselves in that moment, and then we want to activate. And that last piece of activation should signify it's time to transition and leave the rest behind. Once again, guys, I'm Luke Sheckman, Team Exos. Thank you.